Welcome to our fourth video in our course, The Path or A Path to Stability. I've worked on this course partly because of my experience with people, what I encounter with clients in social circles, and what a challenge it is in dealing with life today. And so I've put this course together, and of course in the previous videos, I've kind of set it up and laid out a track for where we're going. But it's called a path to wellness, or a path to stability. And it's really, if I was subtitling it, I would call it a path to a quality life. And in this video, we've been talking about pain previously. I want to move into another dimension of our discussion, because in any scientific model, in any problem that you're going to solve ever, in life, in dealing with business, whatever it is, one of the important things you have to deal with is the why. And that's what I want to touch today. The cause of our pain, the cause of our suffering. When we understand why, then we're better able to execute solutions and come up with strategies to deal with it, to mitigate it, and so that we can grow and go on to have a life that is quality, which is really what all of us want at the end of the day. Now, in video 2, I want to get right into, so there are two major reasons. There's fear. We're driven by fear and by craving, or fear and desire, or fear and greed. I'm using it kind of in that context. These are things that drive us. You sit back, you look at the news, you read the paper, you look around you, and you wonder, why do intelligent people do the things that they do? Because people are moved by our drivers, and if we're not aware of them, we'll consider ourselves victims even in what we're doing. So fear and craving are the two major reasons that we have our pain. And let me just give you a few items here that kind of feed into that. And it's just kind of the way life is, but we haven't really accepted it. Number one is that we're not in control. We do everything that we can to make a better life. That's our responsibility. We should try to use the law of cause and effect, sow good things so we can reap good things. But at the end of the day, you're ultimately not in control. You're not in control of your family. You're not in control of your children. You're not in control of your business. There are too many variables that can come that can give you effects that you never even saw coming. And so because we're not in control, then that again produces stress, and it produces difficulty for us. Another reason for the fear and craving that kind of accelerates this is often we don't get what we want. Now, I'm not saying many times in life we do get what we want, but there are many times that we don't. We work hard, we try to get the results. It doesn't always fall in the way that we want it to. Now, sometimes what we want at the end of the day is not best, but still, that is another factor. There's a lot of people down today because 20 years ago there was something they really wanted and didn't get. Another one is getting what we don't want. Sometimes there are things that we just definitely do not want, and we get it. Now, I'm not saying that you never get what you want and you always get what you don't want. I'm not saying that, but in this thing called life, there are times that it might be sickness, it might be a difficulty, it might be a downturn in business, it might be difficulty for someone around us, but not getting what we want can really cause a problem. And what this does is that when we become afraid of that, it makes us react in ways that are not necessarily authentic, if I can just say it that way. Another issue is we often get outcomes that disagree with our expectations. So many people I talk to say, I thought in life that I would be here, but I'm not. I thought that I would be married, but I never got married, or I've been married 3 times and I'm still not married now. Or I expected to be a successful business person in this way, and that didn't happen. Or I only was going to be on this job for 2 years. I've been here 30, and I'm still not happy. What have you? But sometimes when outcomes disagree with expectations, it throws us, and it's one of the things that causes us to live by these drivers, our fear and our craving. Another one is that life is always evolving, and that is change. Things are always changing. Whatever it is that you're trying to do, it is a moving target. Improvement is a moving target. Growth is a moving target. By the time you think you have it figured out, it changes. That is a part of life. So what this does is, inside we worry. Inside we are afraid, because we know that things are going to change. We just don't know how. And so it kind of leaves us in a quandary. And so you got to understand. And so all of this causes us pain. People are so afraid. They can't be where they are right now because of fear of this might happen, that might happen, that did happen, that didn't happen. It is mad, really, and it causes us to live in an internal storm, emotionally and psychologically and mentally, and all this adds to what we call our pain, or the suffering that is caused by our pain. Now, let me give you some wisdom here, if I may. And let me say it this way. Your happiness, my happiness, or fulfillment, which is what we really want. The reason we want money, because we want to be able to do the things we want to do. We want fulfillment. The reason we want to be happily married, because we want a relationship that's going to bring fulfillment for all parties involved. And the reason that one of the issues that we have to come to terms with is that happiness or fulfillment is never found outside of yourself. I'm going to say that again. Happiness or fulfillment is never found outside of yourself. In other words, you're not happy because something happened. Happiness, or let me say it another way. We tend to approach life trying to succeed, happiness and fulfillment, from the outside in. And so we're trying to get things on the outside so we can feel good on the inside, but we pursue it from the outside in versus the inside out. And so it really begins on the inside. Let me tell you why very quickly. I want to stay with about 10-minute videos, and this time is moving pretty fast. Happiness is pure internal processing. Happiness and fulfillment is pure internal processing. It's the way you think about and your reaction to what is happening, not just what is happening. There are people in third world countries who have a lot less than we have. In fact, an experiment was done once, and they did American children, they did children from another country, found out those children who had no Nintendo television, all the trimmings that we have, they were actually happier and content than our kids who were complaining and whining about everything. That comes from the fact that understanding is pure internal processing. We choose to respond to the events of our lives. We really do. And so you have to understand that it happens so quick. We think that things are going on just automatic. No, everything that happens, there's an internal response. And what we call our happiness is an internal response. Let me say this also. If you're not happy where you are right now, you can never be happy, because adding someone in your life, adding more money is not going to do it. You have to find your peace, your resolve right where you are right now. You have to decide. I want you to take a minute. We just have a few seconds. I want you to stop, pause, take a deep breath. And I want you to just take a moment and follow your breath. Breathe in, breathe out, and just experience the moment. take a few moments and just do that. I'll be back with you with another video. If you enjoyed the video, hit the like button, subscribe to the channel. I'll see you on the next video. Thank you. Have a good day.